Dark creator, more like dank creator, if you know what I mean.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
Yo, what's good, Simps? It's the Worst Duelist. So today I'm profiling an Edison deck that I've been screwing around with for a while. I've played a lot online, been really trying to work out the ratios with it. It's a WELLEDAD variant, but we're featuring the spice, as you can see from the thumbnail. So it's not really like a ton to talk about here, so without further ado, we'll get to the profile. Alright, so I want to begin the profile by prefacing something. The title says first place, and while that's technically true, I just got first place in one of Keegan's 8-mans that he fires. Pretty much like every night he fires these, but yeah, that's what I actually won. So it was like single elim, just 3 rounds, and I played him in the finals, and I actually 2-0'd him, which is pretty funny because in the video, if you go on his channel, it's the video he posted like a week and a half ago where he was testing the Chaos Lightsworn list, and in the video he's spectating some of my matches, and there are some questionable plays, mostly just because, you know, not only am like in the moment, and playing online just is not the same for me as playing in person, but you know, I had like been up since like 4 a.m. for work, so yeah, there were some questionable plays in there, but some things that he was questioning, like, you know, kind of riffing me for to a degree, like why is he making such like bad plays. Some of it was intentional. There were some things, especially like stuff that I did against him, that was intentional. But anyway, you can go watch that if you want. That's on his channel. But yeah, I went 3-0 with this. This is also something that I've been testing for a while, just like among like my friends at locals. Shout out to Gabe and Grayson at Punk Outer. They deal with my bullshit of me testing my nonsense. Really, all those guys kind of just deal with me testing my bullshit. But specifically in Edison, they help me out, so shout out to those guys. But yeah, I've been testing this for a few weeks, about a month now, really. A lot on DB and some at locals as well. But yeah, this is my WELLEDAD list featuring the Dark Creator. I just really like the Dark Creator as a card, so I wanted to like try to make something work with it. And I have come up with this, so without further ado, I'll get into the profile and kind of explain my choices, and I'll bring up some honorable mentions towards the end, just so that you can see like what ideas I've already tried and like stuff that I'm considering for the future. Alright, so to start off the profile, we have 1 Dark Armed, of course, it's the name and sake of the deck, and 3 Dark Creator. So the reason that we're on 3 of this is mostly just because we're on trade-ins as well, but like we want to see this in our opening hand for a couple different reasons, which I'll get into as we, you know, go through the profile. It's quite easy to set this up with the card choices that I've made in the list. It can be cloggy sometimes. I have run into some issues, but I don't want to cut it to 2, because then I feel like what's even the point of running it at all if we're not going to run it at 3 so that we can get to it consistently as possible. Because like this guy is like just such a huge bomb, and honestly a really amazing top deck. That was kind of like my idea, like going into building this, was like, how can we have something that's like akin to Miracle Fusion, that's just like super free late game and is like just like applies a shitload of pressure. Obviously this is no Absolute Zero, and I do understand that, and Absolute Zero takes like significantly less setup than the fucking Dark Creator, but to be honest, I just like this card. That's why I wanted to like build a deck around it that wasn't like Norlaris, because oftentimes in Norlaris you end up using Phantom of Chaos to copy this guy. You don't actually even summon this guy. To be honest, that's just like really lame to me. Whereas I can, in this list, kind of play like the WELLEDAD like good stuff cards, and then use this as just like this big bomb play late game, and also something that I can like build towards, and in a strange way boost consistency by playing this at 3. But yeah, you'll have to see the rest of the list in order to kind of really understand what I mean. For the hero package, we actually had the 1 Plasma because we are on trade-in. And then we of course had double Mally and 1 Stratos. So the reason for the Plasma, well, oftentimes you don't summon it, and ironically enough, I actually did summon this on Keegan game 1 in that 8-man that I played with this, and I've summoned it like a few times on DB outside of that, but I haven't really summoned this a lot like in my IRL testing. But the main reason we play it is because we're on trade-ins, so we have 3, 4, 5, and 6 targets for trade-in with Rhoda as well for this guy. So yeah, that's kind of the main reason that it's here. I'm considering some other card choices that I'll talk about when we get to the honorable mentions that can also like sort of give us more value out of this guy. But yeah, that's the hero lineup that I opted to go with, and the like main boss monsters. So for like your just like generic dark good stuff, just 1 Caius and 3 Grepher, which is why I say that, you know, it's another reason why like playing multiple creator can honestly in some cases boost consistency, because it allows you to do Grepher pushes a lot more consistently by like specialing this guy and then normaling Stratos and then sending Mali, etc., and getting into like plays that way. Also, the 3 Grepher is important because we're playing Dark Creator and we're actually trying to summon the Dark Creator. This loads up your grave with darks and sends your your Plague, your Necro, all that kind of stuff as well. And then 1 Armonite. Obviously similar reasons, but like even more so with Armo, we're playing Triple Tomato because again, this is something that is just going to be able to like filter our deck, put 3 darks in grave, and then you summon Armo. Especially if you like. You set Tomato, they kill it, turn 1, you special Tomato out of deck, and then you can like Tomato Crash, summon Tomato Crash, summon Arma, send Mali, and then you can honestly get like a Plasma play out of that and like do a bunch of other stuff. But once the Arma goes to grave, you have 5 darks off the 3 Tomatoes, which is really good. I mean, obviously, or you can of course get out Sangan off Tomato as well if you want, or your your copies of Krebons. But yeah. Most of this stuff's doesn't need a whole ton of explanation besides 3 Grepher, and then obviously 3 Tomato just fits really well in here. But yeah, for the tuners, I actually played 3 Krebons for the 8-man that I played, and like in most of my testing, I've had 3. In the beginning, I was only doing 2. I might go back to 2, but again, when I get to the honorable mentions, we'll talk more about that kind of stuff. And then the Plague, of course. And then as for our defensive options, for like at least monsters, we have just 1 Gardna and 1 Gores. So for the spells, we have our draw power, which is 1 Allure and then 3 trade-in actually. All right, so like with trade-in, I originally played 3 and then I cut it to 2 for a while, and then I put it back to 3 when I played that 8-man, and it was pretty good. I just run into kind of a lot of issues with 3 trade-in. However, what I do like about playing 3 trade-in is not only does it like make it so that we can pretty much always resolve all 3 if we want to, even though like usually the game never gets that far. It's a very easy side out. Like a lot of the time you can side out the trade-ins, you can side out Plasma, and you can side out one of the creators and just be on 2 if you want. Like I'd say, because like obviously a big idea with the deck is to actually fulfill the condition to summon creator. And then, in a simplified game state, if creator's on the board for more than 1 turn, then you kind of win, because it's just like a lot of advantage. Real quick, something that I wanted to mention is a lot of people that I've shown this list to are kind of just like, what are you actually getting back off creator? It seems like you're just summoning back beat sticks. So I can see why, by just looking at the main deck and not actually like testing the deck, you would think that. But a lot of the time, whenever you're going for creator, you can bring back like Armonites, you can send Malis, you can send Necros, you can send Plague, you can bring back Thought Ruler Archfiend, which is more than just a beat stick. It's kind of a lot of pressure and kind of an annoying card to out. You can bring back Dark End, so you can like send cards and stuff like that. Even like Colossal if they kill it by like Torrential Treat or whatever. So not always is it just beat sticks, but you can get like these really powerful monsters back off creator as well. It's like a lot of the time you can go into like an early Dark End and then you can special it back with creator. But yeah, and like specialing back Grepher is very good. Specialing back Malicious, and then like using Power Well or Teleport to get into a level 8 that way is very good as well. Or even the same kind of concept like Arma, Dump, Necro, and then special back a tuner and then go into what's it called, like Bryonic or Goyo Guardian is very good as well. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of pause for a moment and just explain, like, it's not just like Dark Creator special back Gores and Attacker 27 or like special back Caius. Like, Creator is literally Monster Reborn, and that is kind of huge depending on how the game is played out. But yeah, in some scenarios you would leave all 3, and it just depends. But I'd like the 3 trade-ins because it's a very easy 3 side out. Because obviously you want to get your board cards in these slots where these cards could potentially be dead. But inversely, you could leave the trade-ins in and then try to see more sideboard. But I feel like I need to like test more with the deck to kind of really decide what exactly I want to do with that. So far, siding out the trade-ins has been really good, because a lot of the time I would rather see like a big blowout card like Doom Cal into OTK instead of this. So yeah. And then of course just one Rhoda, and then teleports and double Power Well. I'm kind of also iffy on double Power Well. I feel like one is also totally fine, but sometimes two can come up. It's really weird. I need to like play around with this more. Again, I just need more testing with the deck. So far, it's been like okay. It's been 2, it's been 1, it's been 2, it's been 1. For the 8-man, I played 2, so I'm profiling 2. So yeah, that's all of our like engine stuff. And then for like your power spells, it's obviously just like this stuff. Yeah, generic staple stuff. Trap lineup: Solemn, Dust Shoot, Torrential, Mirror Force, Double Bottomless. I don't really like Deep Prison. There's not really a ton of room for traps in this to begin with, so I kind of just like played the ones that I felt were like just the most generically good, that just covered a lot of stuff. Extra deck, I'm just gonna blow through. I mean, it's Edison, so like a lot of these extra decks are pretty much like it's just, you know, it's an Edison extra deck. So Dark End, Double Stardust. This doesn't really come up a lot. One of these could be Mistworm, I guess, but I felt like having another level 8 would be better. There was something else. I don't remember exactly what it was that I wanted to play in this slot, but maybe it'll come to me. Red Dragon Archfiend, Thought Ruler. This guy's crazy into like plant decks with like Mark of the Rose and stuff. So yeah, I like Thought Ruler a lot, and also like Beats Deep Prison. Yeah, Colossal Fighter, Black Rose, Goyo, Bryonic, Doomkaiser, and Revived King. So the reason that these are in here is because like just against the zombie matchups, like you side mind control and shit, so you can go into these. Like you can mind con like a zombie master, and then like you can kill goblin zombies and they don't trigger, or you can Doomkaiser special back their plague and go to one of your level 8s. So yeah, that's why those are there, because mind and brain con. Also, I was when we get to the honorable mentions, there's just more that I want to talk about with those guys. And then, you know, Catastor, Android, Armory Arm, Chimera Tech. Yeah. So my sideboard for this deck has been the same since its conception. I've never actually changed this outside of one card because I don't have it IRL. So yeah, double Cyber Dragon, 1 Kaiku, 2 Doom Cal. This is obviously like crazy in this deck because you can like Grepher Pitch and then like set up a big board, summon Dad, and then you can just summon this guy, and then they pretty much die because, I mean, they can't gorge you. So you just like attack with this first, and then if they, you know, if they gorge at any point, then Doom Cal will negate it, so that's good. Also, this is like good into Black Wings because you beat over shit, like Shuras and stuff. Yeah. 1 Crow, 1 Trinade, the Mind Control again for like stealing zombies, and just Mind Control is just good. 2 Decree. This is a true hero tech. You just side out all the traps, put these in, put in some of this stuff. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't side out all the traps. It depends. Like if I'm going first, I'm probably gonna keep Dust Shoot in and then put this in. But yeah. 2 Limp, 1 Deck Dev, and then 1 Oppression. So I actually played 2 of this online, and I don't remember exactly which card comes out for the second one, but a lot of people, when they see this, they're like, why? You're playing like a heavy OTK combo deck, and the reason why we're playing this is because you know, WELLEDAD used to play this at least 2 copies, and the idea is like you get out your big guys turn 1 because you can make those really big turn 1 pushes with this kind of deck. So you get out your big dudes turn 1, you flip Oppression, and it's pretty much wrapped from there. Unless they, you know, get into Decree or Heavy or whatever, but like if you know, start as Oppression, it's pretty broken because you can then protect the Oppression and just like beat them down with, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's the list. Into the honorable mentions, I'll keep it brief because I don't want the video to go on too long. So the first honorable mention is the entire zombie package. So double Goblin, 1 Zombie Master, and 1 Mizuki in addition to everything in there. I don't know about Reaper with the zombie package, but yeah, I really want to test those cards. It's just kind of a lot of room. And I'm already like trying to like squeeze in 3 trade-in Plasma and Creators, so it's kind of hard to like fit that stuff in. The cards I'm considering shaving, I guess, for these honorable mentions are 1 Well, 1 Trade-In, 1 Krebs, and 1 other Tomatoes. So like this could be my zombie package if I wanted to, because it's just like honestly, the zombies is just like an advantage machine. But this kind of is the cards that I'm considering cutting for like all the cards that I'm going to show you in different, you know, varieties and quantities. So yeah, I'm considering that. I've tested with it some. It is very good. But yeah, Trag as the additional defensive card. I've played this. It's been in and out of the deck. It is very good, but a lot of the time I feel like it's not really contributing to like what we're trying to do. I mean, occasionally you can pitch a dark to fuel your grave and steal a guy. The level copying is very good, but I do like this because at times I feel like once they clear your board, you can kind of just die out of nowhere. But because we're depleting our hand so much, I feel like Trag is less good. However, I mean, Trag is Trag, and it is really, really good still, so yeah. Reaper, again, this is another card that's been in and out of the deck, and I kind of feel like this also sort of goes against what you're trying to do. This is a defensive card as well, and obviously you notice from the profile that the deck kind of lacks a lot of defensive stuff outside of the trap cards, which are obviously defensive by nature. So while I did like the Reaper, I feel like it doesn't exactly contribute to our like overall game plan. Something that I feel like is contributing to our overall game plan is Caius, because this is obviously a card that you can sack for on a big push and then go into like special Greffer plays and then make a bunch of synchros and then maybe even attack per game. I don't know about playing like 3, but like I just put these here for like just to represent additional copies of Caius, be it 1 or 2 more. Now the problem with Caius is if we're playing the Dark Creator shit, then the deck becomes significantly more top heavy, which can then lead to inconsistencies. Something that I'm really considering trying is 1 Diamond Dude along with the Destiny Draw, just because we have such ease of access to Armor Knight, and then you can get this off Tomato as well. You can set up Plague very easily and then top one of these and then reveal it with this and then get free draw 2s, which is, you know, drawing 3 going into your next turn and then being able, like, in a perfect world scenario, the only card in your hand after doing this is Dark Creator, right? And then you're going to have it set up on the following turn. And then, you know, we can special the Creator and then draw for turn, draw 2 more cards. Now we have Creator plus hand advantage, which is something that can be an issue with this deck, is maintaining advantage when we're setting up the Creator because of the Dark Greffers and stuff. So yeah, I'm considering this, and also it's just another target off Stratos, which is an issue that I run into sometimes. But yeah, this card is kind of ass. But I feel like if we're playing double Mally, 1 Stratos, 1 Roto, 1 Plasma, and Diamond Dude, then I feel like we can probably resolve this a little bit more consistently, even though it is at 1, which, you know, yeah, I digress. And then Return. Obviously, Return is insane in this deck because Creator makes our Banish pile gigantic, and then obviously with Dad as well. I mean, obviously, an issue with this is it is a trap card, and it's like a super bomb late game card. But like once we get to 5 darks, we're kind of just trying to end the game with like Creator and like big Greffer push. But yeah, one thing that I forgot to bring up whenever I was doing the honorable mentions, because I don't own the card, is I was trying Phantom of Chaos. I was trying a 1 of. It was okay. Like, it was pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of really good stuff to copy in the deck, so it's definitely something that you could consider for a list like this. You can search off Snag and stuff as well, and like get it out from Tomato. So it definitely is good, but I'll have to revisit it and try it some more. I just wanted to squeeze that in. I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, that's kind of the cards that I'm considering. There's probably more stuff that is available to try as well, but yeah, thanks for watching the profile. I'm gonna keep testing it, and you know, maybe take it to some more Edison stuff, maybe playing more online stuff, and kind of see where it goes from there. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.